Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to learn another mathematical operation, that is multiplication. Okay, now what is multiplication? Okay, let's say we have a packet of candy. In one packet of candy we have 6 candies. Okay, let's say we have 4 such packets of candies. Okay, now altogether how many candies are there in all these packets? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We have 24 candies. What actually happened here? We have 6 candies in one packet and we have 4 packets of them. So that means 4 times 6. So what is the value of 4 times 6? It's 24. We can understand this like this also. We have 6 and we have another 6. Another 6. Altogether we have 4 sixes. Okay, so what is the value of this? When we add all together these, we get 24. So you know this is addition. There is another easy way of representing the same thing in the sense of multiplication. 6 times 4. We use the multiplication sign and now we get the answer as 24. So you can see that we have done the same thing first graphically and then as an addition and again as a multiplication. So what do you think is the easiest way? You can see that graphical representation is a bit harder when it comes to bigger numbers, because we will have to draw lots and lots of figures when we have bigger numbers. Then what about addition? Yes, it is a bit easier than the graphical representation, but still it is harder when it comes to bigger numbers. Okay, where if we have 6 times 100, then we will have to add 100 sixes. So that is difficult. Okay, now let's consider this multiplication. Is it easier or harder? Yes, when we consider the 3 methods, this is the easiest method. So this is what mathematics is. Mathematics always makes our lives easier. Okay, now you have a basic understanding of what multiplication is. Next, I'm going to tell you an important thing. So listen carefully. Actually, when we do multiplication, we have to remember the multiplication tables. Okay, now what are multiplication tables? Let me show you. Okay, now this is the multiplication table of 1. Multiplication table of 1. Okay, here you can see 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, likewise up to 1 times 10. So always you have to remember up to 10. In any multiplication table, you have to remember up to 10. It is better if you can remember more than that, but up to 10 is more than enough to perform any multiplication. Okay? Okay, now here you can see the multiplication table of 2. Here you can see 2 times 1 equals to 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5. Likewise up to 2 times 10. As I told you earlier, it is actually enough to remember up to 10. If we consider the table of 3, it is enough to remember 3 times 10, up to 3 times 10. And if we consider table of 7, it is enough to remember 7 times 10. Okay? Okay, now, how many tables you have to remember? You can easily remember the 1's table. It is easy, right? So you have to remember the 2's table. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So if you can remember these tables, the multiplication table of 2, table of 3, 4, up to multiplication table of 9. If you can remember these tables, then you can perform any multiplication. And there's another special thing you have to remember. When we multiply 0 by any number, you will get the answer as 0. Here also 0 times 2 equals 0. So you have to keep in mind these things. Here I have prepared a multiplication table including from 0 to 10. Okay, so I'm going to fill this out, and keep in mind here I have included 0 because you should get a proper understanding about the multiplication with 0. And keep in mind, you don't need to remember the zeros table because it is always 0. When we multiply any number by 0, the answer is 0. So when I complete this table, you will understand that clearly. Okay, now this is the completed multiplication table. So how to use this one? Okay, what is 7 times 6? 7 times 6, 42. What is 5 times 9? 5 times 9, 45. What is 8 times 3? 8 times 3, 24. That's how we are using this table. What I recommend you is you have to memorize each of these tables. Okay, let's consider 3. 3, we have to remember the 3 times table. 3 times 0, that is obviously 0. Then you have to remember 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. You have to remember that table. Okay, let's say 6. You have to remember 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Once somebody asks what is 6 times 7, you have to quickly remember that is 42. Likewise, you have to memorize. That's what I recommend. Okay. So once you try to memorize these things, your brain will function well. Your memory capacity will be increased. Your mind and the thinking power will be increased. So don't be lazy. Just try to remember these things. These are some basic things that we will be needing in our day-to-day life. Okay, and also as I told you earlier, once you remember all these tables, you will be able to perform any multiplication. Even a very huge number you will be able to do by remembering these multiplication tables. Okay, now this is our first exercise. You should try them out first and then let's discuss. 2 times 4, 8. 7 times 8, 56. 5 times 6, 30. 7 times 9, 63. 8 times 3, 24. You can easily perform these multiplications using the multiplication tables. If you remember them, then the task will be very much easier. So now let's say we have to multiply 24 by 7. So can you remember how much is 7 times 24? No, you can't. So we don't need to memorize all the numbers. The 7 times 24 you don't have to remember, okay? That's a simple way that you can do this multiplication, okay? So as we did in addition and subtraction, we will have to write them down like this. 24 multiplied by 7. Okay. So here when we multiply, we have to consider the place values, okay? What is the place value of 4? 1's place. What is the place value of 2? 10's place, okay? And what is the place value of 7? 1's place. You have to remember that. Okay. 7 times 4. Do we know 7 times 4? Yes, it is easy to remember, no? 7 times 4 equals 28. So from this 28, we keep this 8 here because it is in the 1's place and take this 2 here. Okay. Then we have to multiply 7 by 2. How much is 7 times 2? 14. And we have to add this 2. Then how much? 16. So the 6 come to the 10's place. This 1 goes to the 100's place. So this is the answer, 168. Let's do another example. 45 multiplied by 3. We have to write them down according to the place values. Three times 5, 15. We keep this 5 here and take this 1 to this side because 5 is in 1's place, 1 is in 10's place. Okay. Now 3 times 4, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. We keep this 3 here, take this 1 here. 45 multiplied by 3, the answer is 135. Okay, let's try this. 2 times 3, 6. We can write it here because it is in 1's place. 2 times 6, 12. We keep the 2 here and 1 here. 63 times 2 equals 126. 79 by 4. 4 times 9 is 36. We keep this 6 here. Take this 3 here. Then 4 times 7. 28 plus this 3. How much? 31. 31. 79 times 4, the answer is 316. Next, 346 multiplied by 5. 5 times 6, 30. We keep the 0 here. 3 we take there. 5 times 4, 20. 20 plus 3, 23. We keep this 3 here. Take the 2 here. 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 2, 17. 7, 1. The answer is 1730. So I think now we have a proper understanding up to now. But we have to learn some other concepts and also we have to practice more. Therefore, see you in the next video.